How did you look at
Yeah.
the good and the bad?
No, it didn't. I thought the first period was pretty evenly played. I really liked our second period, but you're coming out of it down 2-0. So, I thought they were opportunistic through the first 40 minutes. And then in the third, that's what they do really well is, when you try and open it up to get yourself back in a game when you're behind, turn the puck over, they thrive off that. So, and we fell into that trap a little bit in the third, but, again, we got to keep building here. There's some periods of hockey there, that for me are winning type hockey come playoff time in a week. So we've got to take those and build on them, and the things that don't help you win in the playoffs, like some of the plays we made in the third, we've got to eliminate.
In the first period, it did look like you had a lot of forwards coming back and helping to support the puck, and you had really good puck management. Is that kind of an example of what you mean by playoff winning hockey?
Yeah, I like I said, the first 40 minutes I thought were pretty decent. I was pretty happy with our game. We didn't score, which we obviously have to do, and we got to find a way to get to Hellebuck and get some more traffic, some more bodies to the net. But I thought it was definitely better than it has been, and how it's got to look come playoff time for 60 minutes.
First shutout of the year, and then you're on 4 straight losses. I mean, how do you get over this hump from here?
Yeah. Well, we've got 3 games left. We need a point, I think, to clinch home ice advantage. So that's the first step. And then we know who we're playing in the first round, and then it's just preparation. I mean, it's not getting over the hump now. We are in the playoffs. We know who we're playing. It's getting ready for game 1.
Shane talked about how, the one good thing about the valley is, a peak's coming on the other side.
Yeah.
How do you guys find that peak? You mentioned some things that feel like signs anyway.
we got to build on those things, and again, I thought it's not bad to have some adversity, as a team, and particularly when it's not costing you. You're not going home at the end of the night, when you lose. So, as long as we learn from it, take the good stuff, and again, there's good stuff there. I want to make sure our group understands that I don't think we're very far off having a really good playoff team game.
That this game is a lot of mental side of it. How much can the return of a player like Tyler Seguin to the lineup, fresh legs, fresh energy, kind of help?
Yeah, listen, both those guys are world-class players. We all know what Miro means to our group and our defense, and he's on the ice 30 minutes a night, or 27 or 26. So, you add either of those guys and or both those guys, you're a different team. But the reality is we don't have those guys, so there's no sense spending energy on talking about what it would look like or how it would feel, because we don't have them right now. When we do get them, we'll talk about that.
You talked before about process, over result in this game, depending on a lot of things. In these last 3 games, is that still hold true, even if the result isn't there?
Yeah.
If the process is there?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do. I would rather lose and have, long periods of good playoff type hockey, which I think the last 2 games I've seen some of that out of our group, which we hadn't had for probably 2 or 3 weeks before that. So we're going to build on that.
Pete, you've been at this a long time. How important is it the way you end the regular season going?
Yeah. Well, Tyler Seguin said it to our group the other day. We went 10-2 down the stretch last year and proceeded to lose 2 home games to Vegas in the first round. So that tells you how important that is. Thanks.
Practice is 11:30 tomorrow in Frisco.